The Oceana County Jail facility was built in 1968 with an addition built into the facility in 1988. The inmate visitation room also serves as the interview room. With the room serving dual purposes, it creates a conflict of needs in the space. The control room features the original intercom box from 1968 and other outdated technology. There is no way, besides completely gutting the existing facility, to make it compliant with DOC, ADA, and building code requirements. Failure to comply with regulations puts the county at risk of lawsuits. Attempts to provide storage have reduced hallway width below the accessibility requirements. The medical space in the current facility is only 88 square feet, preventing the effective evaluation and treatment of inmates. Of the 23 different criteria standards used by the Department of Corrections to evaluate a jail facility, our current facility is non-compliant in 14 of these due purely to the limitations of the current facility and nothing that the Sheriff's Office can change operationally. With the lack of available space, passageways like this one here are used as classrooms to work with inmates on education. The current facility lacks program space for education, substance abuse programs, religious programs, and other services that would help the inmates. Because the facility is at capacity much of the time, warrants are going unfilled and the courts need to prioritize sentencing. So many convicted criminals go free, including those violating probation. The current apparatus for locking and unlocking the bar grate doors is from the 1960s, and replacement parts are no longer available. The current facility has a linear cell configuration with bar grate cell fronts, which eliminates the possibility of direct visual observation of inmates and causes security risks for officers. Electrical, HVAC, and plumbing systems need to almost be fully replaced at an estimated cost of $6 million. The current facility has an abundance of asbestos and mold. The lack of storage has resulted in inmate supplies cluttering the hallways. Dayroom-style housing is all that is available in the current facility, which eliminates the possibility to segregate inmates and creates incidents of violence. Inmates have threatened to break porcelain plumbing fixtures and use broken pieces to kill the corrections officers. There is no ability to add to the current facility because it is hemmed in between the court building and property lines. The only entry for vendors is through these two gates, which is the same outdoor area that serves as a recreation area for inmates. This is the example of exposed PVC sanitary pipes in inmate areas. Many locations require buckets and containers to catch leaking sewage from decaying pipes. In the laundry room, ducting is taped together in several spots. The HVAC systems were designed to circulate air when the building was built, which has caused several outbreaks of COVID-19 throughout the jail. In the security garage, there's minimal space between the door and the wall, which causes security risks for officers when attempting to get a subject out of the car prior to jail entry. The squad area, which also serves as a passageway between two rooms, consists of 2 desks, which are shared by 15 officers in the department. The break room features a small table that has space for 6 chairs and is connected to the mailroom. The industrial kitchen, which feeds all of the inmates, has only 1 dishwasher, and 1 small kitchen sink for cleanup after serving meals. In the lower level of the building, there is no heating or air conditioning. With several offices in this level, those who are working in these spaces have no control over the temperature. The drop ceiling in the lower level has broken panels which exposes wiring. The data center, which was originally designed for telephone line wiring, has been expanded for modern communications and networking. From the exterior, you can see the deteriorating and aging facility, which has multiple air conditioning systems from the 1990s, servicing the original jail. The original windows seen here are from 1968. The cost to repair plumbing, HVAC, electrical, and a new roof would cost $9 million to $12 million. Oceana County Sheriff's Office has a constitutional obligation to provide minimum safety and well-being standards for inmates and staff. Support our sheriff and vote yes on the new jail facility.